Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I'm super excited to stamp with you today because I really love my card and it's really easy. So I think you're going to like it too. At least I sure hope you do. So I'm using the, I gotta look to get this right. Coffee Cafe, that's right. Stamp set and coordinating framelits. I'm just grabbing the ribbon that I need for my card. And I really like this set, but everything that I've seen matches the printed paper, which let me grab. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just everything's been in this kind of brown, green, and soft sky color palette. So I wanted something a little happier. So you know I'm all about the happy, right? I mean, that's like my thing. So I had to go out and make some fun summery colors for a fun summery milkshake, which I kind of like that you can do with this coffee set. You can do, other drinks besides just coffee drinks. And I have a couple of fun tips for you to go with this as well. So let me show you how I made this. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper and to start with, I did a little background here with the tree rings, I think is what it's called. Yeah, tree rings background stamp. And what's kind of fun about this one is it, because there's like the wood grain in one of the coffee cups in the stamp set, there's a smaller coffee cup and a taller. I suppose this is like, isn't one of these venti and one of these grande. I don't know because I don't drink Starbucks. I know that's like shocking information, but I do drink Diet Coke and it does not come in grande or venti. It just comes in a can or a bottle or in a fountain. So maybe it comes in a big gulp too. I don't know. But what I wanted to show you was I liked the look of that. And so I wanted to kind of carry that through in my design. So I'm going to start with that background stamp and I'm going to ink it up with some crumb cake ink. Now I don't need the whole thing because I'm just doing a strip. So I've got some ink on there, probably way more than I needed, but we've got it. Now I've got my strip of crumb cake cardstock. And by the way, all the dimensions and details will be on my blog post and the link is in the description of this video. So check that out. You can also see some more pictures of this as well. Okay, there you go. And of course, there's links to my online store because I know you're going to want to buy this stamp set and framelit combo when you see how easy this card is. Okay, and there's all that information is in my blog. Okay, I made this. Now I also did one more little touch. I think cards are all about the little touches. So I'm going to take my scissors. Now be careful when you do this. I'm going to take one edge and just drag it across the cardstock to get kind of a little bit of a rough edge. And I'm not doing this very hard, just enough to kind of get some texture. And that just makes it fun, something a little different. Now the other thing, when I was putting this card together, here's my folded card, by the way. I just have it cut the long way. When I was putting this card together, I had this on here and I was like, oh, that's really pretty plain. So I wanted to jazz it up. And so what I did was I actually took my stamp, which is from the Soft Sayings card kit. So that is, I've shown it before, but that's a cute card kit that's in the catalog, and the stamp set that comes with it is kind of awesome. So I'm using that, and you can see I'm just sort of stamping them randomly all the way down my card. And some of these are going to be covered up, so it doesn't really matter, but there you go. Then I added that, and I just thought that jazzed up my card a little extra, so I kind of liked the way it looked. Okay, so I'll go ahead and adhere that. Then we're going to put together our milkshake, and doesn't this just look delicious? I could go for one of these right about now. I mean, like when I finish my Diet Coke. Okay, there we go. Then what I'm going to do is I've got some scraps here. I mentioned I used the 2 coffee cups. So I'm going to stamp the first coffee cup on a scrap of Flirty Flamingo. So I'll just stamp that right here. And my stamp was upside down, so I stamped it upside down. Doesn't matter. I'll cut that out in a second. I'm also going to take a scrap of Whisper White and stamp my whipped cream. Now I tried this in powder pink first, but let's just say it did not look good. So I decided to do it in pink pirouette because it's like a happier color. Now the interesting thing about this is it doesn't cut it out exactly right. It kind of cuts a little bit of it off. And I noticed when I looked in the catalog that this framelit doesn't actually cut out this image. And I'm not sure why that is, but it's just a teensy bit off, but it still works. So I'm using it. Okay. And then I'm also going to take the wood grain image and stamp that in some Peekaboo Peach. Now what I did with this is I stamped the whole coffee cup, and as you can probably see here, I ended up taking the framelit and just lining it up and cutting it out. If you go closer to the top, you'll get the whole thing on there. So isn't that kind of cool? Let me cut those up. Oh wait, there's one more thing I have to show you, sorry. But then I'll cut all these out and we'll assemble everything together. One more thing for you. So you know how you always have leftover pieces from trimming down Whisper White cardstock? I'm going to take this length right here and stamp the straw. And then the straw is empty and I wanted it to be kind of fun. So, ooh, I didn't stamp it very well though. Let's try that once more. There, I am a professional stamper. I can get it good. Then there's the little striped thing. So I'm going to stamp that the whole length of my straw. And I'm just leaving a little space between. And if you don't get it perfect, it's okay because we're going to die cut it. And we're going to actually hide most of the straw anyway. Now, the straw is the skinny little thing. So it's a teeny bit tricky to keep it from moving in your Big Shot. So take a Post-it note, go right over the whole thing and run it through with the Post-it note. That'll hold it in place and then everything will come out perfect. It'll make you happy. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I have all my pieces cut out and we're going to assemble them, but we're going to stamp them just once more. To kind of create our fun card. So first, and actually let me show you what I'm doing. I stamped this on here in just on the crumb cake and I thought it was kind of dull looking. So I thought let's try it on the scrap of white and then we'll put this in the card. So I've got my cup. I'll stamp the little thingy. What do you call those things? You know what they are. A coffee sleeve or whatever. I'll stamp my whipped cream over the top. And then I've got Happy Birthday. This is from that same Soft Sayings kit. And I'll stamp that right here as well. And don't you think that looks kind of more fun? I like how this looks. Now, of course, we're adding clear wink of Stella because I don't know about you, but all of my whipped cream is always sparkly. At least it is in my stamping projects, maybe not in real life, but there it is. It just adds a fun little shimmer. Okay, and then we'll take and do the same thing to our actual whipped cream for our card. All right, now again, putting this together is really simple. I'll close those ink pads up and we'll just stick these pieces on. I'm going to take a dimensional to adhere these. Right over the top. Okay, and then this will go right on my little coffee. What do you call this? Coffee. I can remember the movie Maid of Honor where Patrick Dempsey invented them, but I can't think of what they're called. Okay, so here's my straw, and to adhere this, I'm gonna put a little adhesive on. I might have done this bad, but oh well, it'll work out. So I'll put my adhesive right here so it's stuck to my cup. And then what I'm going to do is take my whipped cream and, did I pop that up? No, I did not. I'll just adhere that. and stick that right there. So the straw sticks out. Okay, now the last thing this needs, and don't you agree, is a bow. For sure it does. So I'm going to use this cute little double-stitched ribbon that's new this year. I'm going to tie a bow, and I want my stitches to show through. So normally I would poke it through like that, but then I have the wrong stitches. I want the X's. So I'm going to turn that over and then feed it through. And there, do you see? I got my stitches. So there we go. All right. Now I'm just going to trim this, maybe make a little bit like that, and we'll glue dot that onto our card. And isn't that adorable? So cute. And of course, last but not least, we'll adhere the inside of our card. So I hope you liked the inside better than my original. But I think this would be a great birthday card for one of your friends. So there you go. Thank you for stamping with me today. Come on back and stamp with me again tomorrow. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.